Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Kason. That is my 2014 Toyota Tacoma, and today we're doing a little comparison. People have set the gold standard, the bar for overlanding tents, to be a rooftop tent, kind of like the one behind me. But is it really that much better than a simple ground tent? And that's what we're here to talk about today. We're going to dive into some categories to figure out which one truly makes sense. So this is a 6-person tent from Golden Bear. This tent was just a cheap, I actually have no idea how much it's priced at now, cheap tent from Big 5 that I bought for me and my family for a family camping trip. My wife and I had just started our family. We needed something to get us shelter, a place to sleep for future family adventure. And that was the tent we used all the way up until Open Road sent me this soft shell rooftop tent. Now I do go into some more specifics on what makes this rooftop tent so special in another video linked down below. You guys can go check that video out after you watch this one. And as we dive into the video, these are the categories that we're focusing on. What makes them comfortable, the setup time on each of these, what to expect when it comes to weather, different weather conditions, as well as space, how spacious we can expect these tents to be, whether it's a rooftop tent or a ground tent, as well as some other things that are important when it comes to exposing ourselves to the elements that sometimes we call camping. Now, in my opinion, when it comes to a ground tent, the comfortability depends on your sleeping setup, right? Right now I'm sitting on a cot. This is just like a single person cot. Lifts you up off the ground. It does make for a comfortable sleep. Comparing that to if I just rolled out my sleeping bag, slept on the floor, or slept on a blow up sleeping pad, or you could even level all the way up to an air mattress. Almost there. Truly, a lot of what we talk about today is depending on your situation. If you're a solo overlander who has a budget, who can't spend $1,000 on a rooftop tent, you can get yourself a ground tent like this, a cheap cot like this, sleeping bag, pillow, whatever you need to be comfortable, and that will still allow you to have some shelter and go off-roading, overlanding, continue on your adventure. Whereas a bigger family might need a few air mattresses and a way bigger tent, right? But if we turn around to our rooftop tent, climb up the ladder onto our very soft mattress. Most of these come with a mattress these days, and with the mattress being on here and ready to go when you open it up, I think that is just so sweet. You can also get bigger mattresses, pads, whatever it may be, to lay down on top or add to this, and that just continues into how comfortable a rooftop tent can be. Now, I mentioned one thing, and this is kind of stretching into the space category, when I mentioned a family that's bigger than 2 or 3 like my family wouldn't necessarily be able to all fit in here, right? You could try, but with my family of 3, including my dog, we were able to all fit in here and sleep throughout the night. The nights that we've spent in here and have been so comfortable. So something to think about when going and deciding which is right for you. But that's the caveat, right? I couldn't stuff 4 or 5 people in here and sleep through the night and still be comfortable. So I think the ground tent takes a win on this one. Oh, and before I crawl out of here, I forgot one thing. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. It means the world to me that you guys show your support in my videos. So don't forget to do that. Maybe even share it with a friend. Thank you guys. Now, when we're talking about space, I mean, I can stand up at the apex of this tent pretty well. Got plenty of space. And honestly, something that tent companies, tent manufacturers have struggled with, advertising that this is a 6-person tent. Comfortably, you could probably fit 4 people in here, let's be honest. But I think that is one advantage that a ground tent has over a rooftop tent is space. The pergola ordeal out there is nice. You could have 4 or 5 people in here playing cards, you know, and it truly does just offer a more adverse and versatile spacing situation for more people. If that's what your adventure, if that is your situation and what your adventure. So spatial situation, I would also prefer a ground tent. But when we hop over to the rooftop tent, that is one thing we're going to take a look at. Climbing up the ladder. Like I mentioned before, we had 3 people in here, my son, myself, and my wife, and then my dog in here. but let's just say it was myself. I could comfortably lay down, sprawl out. There's honestly like 2 more feet right here. What I mean by that is I could lay down, have my head up there, have my feet right here, and I still have like 2 feet of mattress. I could stuff my bags around, my battery packs, whatever it may be for the adventure I'm on, and be just fun. Now, when we talk about the setup time category, it's all a personal choice, right? Some people like me like to pull up into camp, get things set up, and rock and roll with the rest of your adventure. No matter what time of day it might be, night, morning, middle of the day like it is right now. Some people like to wait until it's bedtime to get set up and set it up and then just go to bed. Hey, whatever works for you is what works. But I think the rooftop tent has to be the winner in this category. Honestly, only takes me a minute, maybe 2 minutes to get that rooftop tent set up all the way. That is a huge pro for somebody who likes to roll down their road, off-road, overlanding, whatever, pull into their spot, set up, and they're ready to go. It only takes a minute or two. Then they need to go somewhere, they can. Whereas, as you see in this time lapse or this video that I pop up right here, it can be a struggle with a pole tent like this bad boy. I know there's spring loaded pop-up super quick tents these days, but when we are considering a budget and just a basic loadout, basic pole tent, that is something that we do have to talk about and consider, especially let's say if it was a little more windy than it is right now, or we had rain in the desert would be so awesome. But I've had my fair share of experiences setting up a tent in wind and rain, and let me tell you, it sucks. Whereas the rooftop tent, I haven't had any weather yet besides wind. Honestly, with it just being bolted on and so sturdy and heavy duty, built out of metal, and the heavy duty canvas that it is, I don't see it being a problem, whether it's raining, snowing, whatever it may be. With this being a 4-season tent, I can just see it being able to be set up super nice and not having to struggle with anything other than maybe the poles, setting up the poles. But we have yet to experience anything insane. But I'm ready for it. I'm ready for that challenge of setting this thing up in some crazy weather. Lastly, I just want to review which one makes sense for a certain situation. If you're solo overlanding, or if you have a small family like I do, a rooftop tent honestly makes the most sense if you share that same lifestyle, right? You can get to your spot, you can set up really quick, go to bed, wake up, pack it all up really quick, and continue on with your adventure. Whereas if you had a bigger family and needed more space, the ground tent is there for you as an option that also saves you money. So even if you were a solo overlander and didn't have thousands of dollars to spend on gear, that's one option that I would consider. Whereas you're a solo overlander, you do have money and you want to ball out, go with a rooftop tent. I hope that in this video we were able to capture that essence and make sense of which one works in which situation. And I want to end the video right here on purpose to say thank you to Open Road for sending me this rooftop tent. Thank you for partnering up. If you guys head down in the description, tap the links. I promise you guys will love what they have over there. They have some really good rooftop tent options, as well as some awesome overlanding gear. Thank you guys once again for supporting the businesses that support me. You guys mean the world to me. Tapping the links, snagging some gear is a direct way to support me and keep me going. You guys are so awesome. But thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more. We have plenty of videos on the way, and I will see you guys in the next one.